Hi, my friends. Today I want to present you a new story. Enjoy watching it.
My name is Olivia. I turned 29 this year. The dining room always smelled of rosemary and quiet expectations. That night, I noticed my usual chair, the one beside Safi, had been taken by Grace, my brother's wife. No one mentioned it. There was simply no space left for me near them. So I quietly dragged a spare chair from the corner and placed it at the opposite end of the table. The scrape of wood against tile made everyone glance up for a moment, then continue talking as if nothing had happened. From that distance, their laughter sounded faint, foreign, and for the first time, I realized I was part of the picture, but no longer inside it. Father raised his glass. To family, he began, smiling with the calm authority that used to make me feel safe. And to new adventures. We've booked a trip to France, just the five of us. The five of us. For a heartbeat, no one spoke. Daniel laughed first, clinking glasses with Grace, his wife. Sophie clapped her hands, squealing, "Oh, finally, a family vacation." My mother nodded proudly, eyes shining with the satisfaction of a plan well executed. And me? I smiled, that small trained smile that said I understand when I didn't. "That sounds wonderful," I murmured, though my voice cracked slightly. "Of course, you'll watch the house while we're gone," Mother added casually, slicing the roast. "You're always so responsible." I nodded again, swallowing words that burned my throat. The same words I'd swallowed when they used my savings for Daniel's wedding, when my promotion paid off Sophie's boutique loan, when Christmas dinner ran short of a chair, and the neighbor's son took my place. As laughter rippled across the table, my vision blurred. I blinked fast, forcing the tears back. My father reached for more wine, his cufflinks catching the light. Gifts I'd bought last year when I still believed gratitude existed. "Liv, could you pass the salt?" Sophie asked without looking at me. I passed it, silently, mechanically. Dinner ended. They lingered, making plans, laughing about itineraries and vineyards. I gathered the plates, my movements precise, invisible, the family ghost. Outside, the night was cold and quiet. I sat in my car, gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles went white. My reflection in the glass looked foreign, someone tired of pretending to belong. A whisper escaped me, trembling but real. "Maybe they'll finally notice me when I'm gone." The engine hummed to life, but I didn't drive. I just sat there, letting the tears fall, the kind that don't need witnesses. Somewhere deep inside, beneath years of obedience and silence, something shifted. That night, for the first time, I didn't feel weak. I felt done. The morning light slipped through my curtains, soft and deceptive. The kind of light that pretends the world is kind. I made coffee, opened my banking app, and froze. $7,912. Flights to Paris, a hotel in Nice, a rental car in Lyon. Every charge was stamped with my name. My card, my money. For a moment, I couldn't even breathe. My cup trembled in my hands, the coffee spilling over my wrist, burning me back into reality. I scrolled again, my eyes blurring. It wasn't a mistake. They had funded their dream vacation with my account. My phone rang. It was Sophie. "Hey, Liv," she chirped. "Mom said you'll water the plants while we're gone. Oh, and don't forget to feed Daisy." I swallowed hard. "Sophie, did you use my card?" Silence. Then a laugh. "You worry too much. Dad said he'll pay you back once the business stabilizes. Don't make it a big deal." But it was a big deal. It was theft dressed as family trust. When she hung up, I sat there shaking, not from anger yet, but heartbreak. I opened my laptop, navigated to my bank, and clicked freeze card. The small blue icon blinked once, and suddenly, I felt power. A thin, trembling strand of control that I'd never allowed myself to hold. I changed my passwords. I disputed every transaction. I closed my eyes and whispered, "No more." That night, my phone buzzed again. Father calling. I didn't answer. For the first time in my life, I let it ring, echoing through the empty house like a victory bell. In that silence, something inside me woke. Not rage, but clarity. They had crossed a line. And this time, I wasn't stepping back. I found the notebook by accident, wedged behind a stack of old invoices. Its leather cover was worn, its pages blank. Somehow, it felt like it had been waiting for me. That night, I sat at the kitchen table with trembling hands and wrote one word at the top of the first page: truth. Then, one by one, I began to remember. Christmas 2 years ago. I arrived late from work, only to see the neighbor's son seated in my place, laughing with my family. My plate was gone, my name forgotten. Daniel's wedding. My $25,000 loan had paid for his venue, his tuxedo, his silence afterward. Sophie's boutique. Every small favor turned into another signature, another withdrawal, another scar. Page after page, the ink blurred my memories into form. It wasn't rage that guided my hand. It was grief, the kind of grief that comes when you finally admit you were never loved the way you deserved. Around midnight, my phone lit up. A message from my mother. "Don't make things difficult, Liv. We're family." I typed back, my fingers steady. "Family doesn't steal." Then I deleted it. I wasn't ready to send anything, not yet. Instead, I flipped to a new page and drew 2 columns, what they took from me and what they gave me. The first column was longer. That realization broke me open. Tears fell onto the paper, smudging the ink until words blurred into grief. By dawn, I had filled half the notebook. My eyes were swollen, but my mind was clear. I understood now. I had been their silent provider, not their sister or daughter. And if they saw me as infrastructure, then it was time to dismantle the system they had built on my back. The first crack appeared 5 days later on a Tuesday morning. Sophie called, her voice sharp with irritation. "Liv, did you cancel the Wi-Fi? The boutique's down, I can't process a single payment." I took a calm breath. "No, Sophie. I just transferred the account to your name. You'll need to handle the bills from now on." A pause, then a scoff. "You're being dramatic." I almost smiled. "No, I'm being fair," and I ended the call. That one decision felt like oxygen after years underwater, so I kept going, one step at a time. I called the bank to remove myself as co-signer from the family mortgage, closed the joint business account, reclaimed every subscription, every plan, every responsibility I'd been tricked into carrying. Within a week, the house of cards began to tremble. Father's voice thundered through the phone. "Olivia, do you understand what you've done? You're sabotaging your own family." "No," I said softly. "I'm just unplugging myself from it." Then came the smear campaign. Posts online. Whispers in the neighborhood. Poor family betrayed by their unstable daughter. I didn't fight back, not publicly. Instead, I sent quiet truths. Bank receipts, email confirmations, screenshots, to a few relatives who mattered. By the next morning, the tide had turned. Messages of pity for them turned into disbelief. Their allies vanished. The sympathy they tried to buy with lies evaporated overnight. That evening, I sat by my window as rain traced lines down the glass. I thought I'd feel triumphant. Instead, I cried not for them, but for the years I'd given away, piece by piece. The collapse wasn't just theirs. It was the death of the illusion I once called family. They came in the rain. My mother's umbrella tilted like a shield, my father's coat soaked through. I opened the door just enough to see their faces, weary, desperate, unfamiliar. "Olivia," Mother began softly, "we just want to talk. We miss you." "No," I said, my voice calm. "You miss access." Her lips trembled. Father stepped forward. "We're family, Liv. Families forgive. Then forgive yourselves," I whispered, handing him an envelope. Inside were copies of every transfer, every signature, every lie. His hands shook as he flipped through the pages. "You kept records?" he asked, barely above a whisper. "I kept receipts," I replied. For a long moment, no one spoke. Rain tapped against the porch, steady and cleansing. Finally, I closed the door, gently, not in anger, but in peace. Behind it, their voices faded. Ahead of me, silence waited, pure, earned, mine. I turned toward the lighted room, whispering to myself, balance restored.
Friends, what do you think of this story? Write your opinion in the comments. Would you like more stories? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss any videos. See you tomorrow.